Hey folks, this is Larry over at Bits and Bytes in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Today we are going to do an iPad 2 repair. Basically, we're going to replace the iPad digitizer that's cracked with a new iPad. I've already done quite a few of them. This one I'm going to do in white. So I'm going to do this one in white. Things that you need is a flat screwdriver, a flat blade X-Acto knife, a flux stick, and then you're going to need a Phillips micro screwdriver. Then you're going to need a sponger. I have to find my sponger here. A sponger, and then a scissors, a really sharp scissors for the adhesive, and the adhesive that we're going to use right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start on this. Try to bring you in a little bit. There you go. So basically, I've already heated it up for you ahead of time because it takes a little bit to heat up. I use a special deal to remove these glass. But you can use a heat gun, but you just got to be really careful that you don't hurt the LCD when you do it. So you want to use rubber gloves. If you're not, you're going to be asking for trouble. This one's pretty well beaten up, so we're going to try to get this off as best as we can. You really want to use gloves because two reasons. One, it'll help protect your hand from broken shards. There is a Wi-Fi card right here. Just make sure that it's not on the glass like I just did. Got adhesive on it. So I just make sure it's not attached to it. Like so. And then sometimes I might have to use my heat gun to get some of these off. A couple areas you want to be careful with is right in this area here. You got the power switch. You want to kind of like be careful. So it looks like somebody glued that down or something. So there is a plastic trim around this area. Just want to be careful with that too. And that way you can save it and use it. So, alrighty, getting close to my power switch here. So what I'm going to do is just go pull it back out just a little bit. Go around the corner here and lift that up. And like I say, you can see that it's starting to come up here. Then you got the camera right in this area here. So I got this thing, like I said, pretty well hot right now. And we're going to lift this up all the way. And it comes off pretty easy. This one here, you said it was damaged right here. We're going to go ahead and replace the Wi-Fi at the same time. You always want to make sure that it's off, which I already did. Yep, I guess I hit the power button, so we'll go ahead and power it off. First thing you want to do, and I should have done that, once it's powered off, I'm going to go ahead and remove the digitizer from the frame here. I just cut that off, set it to the side. Then it's got 4 screws here. You got one here. And you got one here. One here. There's me. I didn't screw it far enough. And one right here. Just cut those off to the side like that. Then I take my screwdriver and I gently lift that up. Then I use my plastic sponger right here. There's like a little clip here that holds that in. I just lift that up I can grab the LCD connector and gently lift it out of place. No glass, no nothing on there. And set it off to the side. You want to make sure that you don't break these tabs on here. There's one here, there's one there, one here, one here, one here. On the back side you got the flush cable. Try to be very gentle with it. But for the meanwhile, I'll set that to the side. So here we have the iPad completely exposed. And this is the battery with the flush cable for the digitizer right in this area here. And this is the home button assembly. This is the Wi-Fi right here. Somebody already did a repair on this a while back, so I'm redoing it. This is the up and down power button flex. This here is the mute button switch. Right here, that little connector right here. You can barely see it. See if I can get a little close. You can barely see it here. See a little closer, you see that? If you break that, you have to replace. You gotta just take this off, all this off, and replace the whole doohickey. So right now, I'm going to take my plastic sponger and go right underneath the clips and lift it up very gently, and this will come out. I just set that to the side. I kind of like recycle those a little bit. Since somebody already repaired this and they didn't bother to fix because the customer said that the Wi-Fi wasn't working very good. Sometimes it could be the Wi-Fi board itself, or it could be the Wi-Fi because somebody tried doing a repair. So basically I'm just going to take this piece off right here, so that's a little shield. And I'm looking at it. There we go. And just move that to the side. That's the power button, the charge connector, which is okay. And so now what we're going to do is lift this shield up here. There we go. With the shield. And the Wi-Fi got several screws holding it, so we're going to go ahead and remove them right now. You got a screw here, and what I usually do is put these in order. There's that, and then you got this one right here. Yeah, they glued it down. It's got some glue on it. So I put that one right there, and then it's got a couple of small ones here. Let's see here. We put glue on it to hold it down in place, which is wrong. So the next person that comes in here and does it, they have to fight with it. There's one little screw. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see here. You got a little screw right there. And there's two of them. Normally I listen to music when I'm doing this, but I'm just gonna keep the music off. I've thrown it, put a lot of glue on there. Got the, well, get it. I think I got the head off. Okay. There's the other screw. So there's that piece that's supposed to hold it on. You can see it right there. Kind of hard to see. And now this can come off. What I do, I just gently just pull this very carefully. and then I'll retape it back down. Kind of hard to see everything. And I'll lift this end up. Sometimes they come up, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they feel like a nut, and sometimes they don't. I'll take this off here. Roll that back. Just like that. That's like a little shield. We want to put that back on there. It's got these gold contacts. You don't want that touching the steel. So once we get this off, if you want to make sure with the connector, be very carefully, move this out of here. Yep. But basically it's going to go on this connector right here. Here's the Wi-Fi. That's the Wi-Fi assembly. And there's the Wi-Fi antenna. And you can barely see it, it's pretty small. So we'll put that off to the side. And I'm going to go over here and grab me a Wi-Fi. Okay folks, so I got my Wi-Fi cable. Basically it's a brand new Wi-Fi. Got you'll see one connector, one through hole. See if we can get it. One there, and then two more. So what we're going to do, first thing first, you have our PCI card, the Wi-Fi card, I should say, right there. And what we're going to do is, move that to the side. In here, there's like a little opening here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's like a little opening. You slide it back in there. And what I usually do, once I get it so far, slide in there like that. And we go ahead and hook this up. Now these things can be a real fun deal. And get them on there, it's like chewing bubblegum and walking and texting and jumping at the same time. And easy. So what we're going to do is try to get this on there nice and firm. It can be a bit of a trick. Okay, I got that on there. So once you get it on there, be very careful. You get that back into position here. Try to get it down in there. Sometimes, yeah, you have to do it once or twice, but let's just hope I can do it on the first one. Make sure it's still connected before you push it down. Feels like it's connected. See? Push it back in there, like so. So now, we go ahead and put the mirror shield back on, but first before we do that, I'm going to take my tweezer here. Remember that gold deal? Yep, you got to cover that up. So, that's why I like to use my tweezer and kind of roll it back out. Sometimes doesn't always go as planned, but you can put new adhesive on there, you know, new skin on there, or new tape, but I kind of like to try to keep everything the same. It looks like this one just doesn't want to cooperate with me. That's why you use regular gloves too, because the oil will not stick to the rubber here, the skin. Got a little bit off there, but we'll move it over. We're getting there. Some people don't take it off. I do. Because sometimes it gets stuck on the frame. You know, they put them on afterwards. So, I take it off. And that way it doesn't get stuck to the frame. Yeah. Perfect. Now we take our metal shield. Lay this back into play. Just like little clips on there. You take it off gently, you can get it back on there gently. Just like so. Like that. Reconnect this. There we go. And take this and lay it back over. It's tedious work. People, you know, this is why I'm doing it, why it takes so long. You know, to do it right, and, you know, I'm still like a perfectionist. I like to make sure everything is good. You know, some people, they want it right away. Well, we can do it.
Hi.
That'd be right with you. That'd be right with you. I'll be right with you. There we go. Okay, so we got that on there. Now the next step we want to do, we fix the Wi-Fi. What we're going to do is connect the Wi-Fi cable to its proper location this time. So what we're going to do is a cover on the back here. We're going to remove this very gently, very gently. And while you're working on this, you do not want to pull the cable too much, otherwise it's going to be a headache for you. So first thing I want to do is put the big screw in. That holds the metal clip in its position. Now you can buy these screwdrivers, but they're not cheap, but they do their job. And sometimes, you know, these screws can be a really fun ordeal. So what we do, put the screw in the hole. Well, I think this one's giving me a little headache. I'm going to try once more. I'm going to take this and put it on here. It gives it a little bit better strength to it. There we go. And screw that baby in. Yeah, let's take a few seconds here and do a couple of things. I'm gonna do it like this first. Line those up. I'll come back to that one. And you always want to make sure you do the same screw to the same hole. That one's in place. Now, it should be a little easier to put that one in place. Kind of like tight to hold it down a little bit and better. Now what I do, put that right in there. Voila. So much easier. Sometimes you gotta, you know, do what's easiest for you. Everybody has their way. I have my way. John down, Joe down the street may have their way. But this is Larry's way. Okay. And you don't want to over crank it, but you want to snug it. And that way it makes a good connector. So what it does, it uses the frame as part of your antenna. So that's why you can get really good reception. So, there we go. Alright, you got the Wi-Fi on. That's how you do the Wi-Fi. Yeah, see here, see if I can zoom in a little bit and make it look clear. So basically, the Wi-Fi is now in place, as you can see. And you got the 1, 2, 3, 4 screws, and then this is in place. Now there's a little bit of adhesive strip. You just lay that right on over. I already pulled the deal over. So we got that done. Go through here, we make sure that there's no glass on here. And you know, if you do it right, you can get most of it off. Alright, that looks good. Now what I'm going to do is clean it. Some people think it's not worth it, but I do, because the new adhesive will stick better. I use 90 plus alcohol. I just go through here and just clean it all up, just to make sure that there's no more gum or anything that's in another way. See, look at that. And you clean it up. And yep. You never know what gets on there, you know. You try to be careful in this area here. Mainly right around the edges, you know. All the aluminum, the black piece, that's basically where you want it. And you just keep on going. I'll do it once or twice just to get all that deal off. And never want to double dip, so you just flip that around. And then clean this side up and go back the other way. Just make sure it's got a, like I said, this has already been cleaned by somebody, repaired one. And the person I get these from the school district out of town, and I repair them for them. So I'm constantly doing it. Alright, you can see how much dirt came off of that, and then there's that dirt there. I'll give it one final swig. Nothing like taking a final swig of alcohol, huh? Woo! Go through there, clean it up. There we go. When the school gets it back, the student's going to be happy, and the school is going to be happy with the workmanship, because, yeah, like I said, I would like to make sure I do my job, make sure I do the best as I can. We're not all perfect. We all do make mistakes. I make mistakes. You see that adhesive? It caught that. Let's clean that up. Get rid of that. There's a bit of adhesive here. And like I said, I am kind of a bit of a perfectionist, but not that big, but enough to say, hey, you know what, this needs to be done right. So, ready? I'm going to do it once more since I found some more adhesive, you know, just to make sure, because when you put alcohol and adhesive, it actually gums it up, and alcohol actually eats it. That's why they tell you to put rubbing alcohol on your shore, and then, you know, it does a very good cleaning. Or when when you get a IV in you and they put all that stuff on there, well, they use a rubbing alcohol pad, and it helps dissolve the adhesive, so you save some of your hairs. Otherwise, I charge them $100 a hair. I ain't got much hair. So, alright, that looks good. So, now, here we have the IC connectors. You can barely see them. They're down in here. And basically, those connectors, you can break them if you're not careful. So, what you want to do is, like I said, you never done it, the best thing you do is have someone do it. But now, that's our main focus. And we made sure everything looks good and the corners are in good shape. And so now we're going to put on our digitizer. Always keep your workspace clean, easy to work. I like to, they don't mind if it's black or white, they just want it done. The trim's in good shape, so we're going to reuse their trim. And this also shows them that, hey, you know, he repaired this, and it was blah blah, whatever. So, what we're going to do is connect these in here. Alrighty, and then we're going to load these little flaps. And then what we're going to do, we're going to set this up on the edge, and we're going to tuck these in, so when we put our LCD on there, it'll hold it down in place. Anybody know the date? I don't keep tracking the day, but I think probably the 12th. 12/12/15. Alrighty. And there we go. We got that nice and pretty. Now we're going to reach over and grab our LCD. It's been out of the place, and make sure there's no dust, no nothing on there. We'll brush it before we close it up. And what you do, you line it up and then grab a hold of the connector, like a little bar. I'll show you in a second here on another screen. You grab that and you pull it into play that way. Looking good, huh? There's our LCD. See this little bar here? Like a little lever here. See if I can show it. But that little lever, what I do, I grab a hold of it. I save this in, and grab a hold of it with my fingernail, and I pull it in and then lower the flap down. So now we got it like this. Let's go ahead and fire it up. There's Apple. If you got Apple, you're in good shape. Sometimes when you replace these digitizers, somebody might forget to turn it off, and then they bring it into my drawer. Oh, I just replaced my digitizer. They don't want to come on. And let me take a look at it, and next thing you know, how did you do that? And I said, well, you must have replaced it with the power on. So we went ahead and powered it off. The other thing too, knowing that when you hit the power button, the Apple logo came on. That means that little flex cable and this whole connector piece here is in good working condition. So there we go. We got the Apple. We got the main screen. So what I'm going to do, just make sure, open it up, slide it, and then make sure that the digitizer, is working. You can kind of hard with the deal like that. So let's see here. Yeah, slide that into play so the home button works. Alright, with rubber gloves it doesn't work as easy, but I try to make sure that the top and bottom is working. See, the digitizer is split up in two ways, the top and bottom. That's why there's two connectors. So there's two connectors, one for the top, one for the bottom. So just make sure that it's working. And also, I also like to make sure that the camera's working. Let's say if there's something else wrong with it, hey, when I got the part, might as well fix it, right? We'll just say allow for now. And then flip it one way. Hello, you're on the camera. Flip it the other way, and you get the workbench. So, doesn't much. So, we know it's good working now. And the home button, if you hit the home button, just make sure it all works. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to go into the Wi-Fi setting. And just make sure our Wi-Fi is working now. So we're going to flip that on. Wow, looks like that Wi-Fi is working. We're going to choose this one. And let's just say connect. There you go. It's got like a little check mark next to it. Kind of hard to see. But it looks good. See what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and power this down. Slide that off. Next thing we're going to do is put our 4 screws in. Now some people like putting the adhesive on before you do it. I like to do it afterward. Just a couple places where you really need it, So what we're going to do is, and some screens you buy, they got the really, really junky adhesive. You pay for what you get. The screens that I'd buy has a good adhesive. There's white adhesive and then there's black adhesive. The white one, some are okay, depending, but most of them are really, really junky. So try to buy the one with the black adhesive if you do plan on doing it. But it's really, I really urge you to drop it in to Bits and Bytes. We're located at 1022 North Minnesota Avenue. We will be moving to 1401 West 12th Street. We got a exciting new place. It's freshly rebuilt, freshly built. You got to come out and check it. Bits and Bytes been in the business for 20 years, going on 21, and we'll just continue to offer the best service we can to our customers. So, alright, we got our 4 screws in. We'll just make sure that there's no dust on there. So what I do, don't use any alcohol or anything on your screen. As you can see, it's got like a gloss on it. Just take it and swipe it one direction. That way everything's off to the side. This is like a tacky, so it catches all the dust. Alrighty. So we got that done. Now as you see, this got like a blue shield, blue adhesive. We're going to go ahead and take that off. We don't need that on there now. Peel that off. There we go. Voila, new Wi-Fi. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put some adhesive in a couple of locations. A couple of locations going to be right in this area here, and then pretty much just in this area on this one here. So I keep it on the inside, and use my really, really sharp scissors. There we go. And then when you do put adhesive down, sometimes you can feel if there's any like, what do you want to call it, glass on there. But there wasn't nothing. When I moved my finger around, I didn't feel any glass on the trim area. There we go. Alrighty. So, now what we're going to do, we're going to remove the adhesive that's around our frame here. So we're going to start right here. Now you're saying, why are you putting your finger on there? Well, there's a piece of clear coating on there. And now in that, that's why we wear a glove. Glove does not leave fingerprints. So it makes your job a lot easier. You don't have to worry about, oh, shoot, I gotta clean my fingerprints off after you put the glass on there. As you can see that this adhesive is black. This is the best kind that we use. It's just one of those spots that I think they should put some in there, but they don't. But that's alright, we do it for them. So, there we go. Now, sometimes, when they put the adhesive down, they don't slide it. There's a protective covering here. They don't slide it underneath that little tab. So let's see if they did it on this one. So we're going to start over here. We're going to lift up on this corner here. There you go. You see that shield there that's coming off? Yeah. Let's see if they did it. See? So, what we do, we got our handy dandy sharp scissors. We're just going to cut that off. It's not going to affect anything. It's underneath the adhesive. It's all good. There's that. Alrighty. Now what we're going to do, we're going to flip it. One thing you want to do is make sure that this is going to fold into like a sandwich, a cheese shape. So when you lay it down, it folds really nice. And what I do, I usually start in one corner, start in the other corner, and just lay it down. and let it, and before I start pressing it all over, make sure it's all in all four corners. Looks like it is. And then start pushing it in. Ain't that beautiful? Indeed. Just keep on, and all the way around. Now sometimes, and this is one of them, this glass, this camera frame, no biggie. I didn't smash it down too far. So they didn't put that. I should have checked it. Yeah, you need heat in here. I'm going to put a little heat on here because I don't want that Wi-Fi to rip. I'm just going to open it up a little bit. Try to get some heat in there. Make sure you don't burn yourself when you use these things. See how that's coming up now. Just make sure that Wi-Fi stays. If you don't know, just look inside, and I see it coming up, and I'll lay it back down. There we go. There we go. Now, lift this up. Yep, they put it on crooked. So, what I gotta do is heat this up. This camera shield was not put in right. It's a little crooked. Yeah, get that straightened out and lift that up. What I usually do, if that's not sticking right, I put this right on here itself, and then put a piece of metal on there because metal and heater don't stick very well. There you go. And it's better. Alright, let's try that again. And we're going to go ahead and lay this down, that corner, and then put it into play, that corner, and push it down, that corner. And looks like we got a winner now. And now that's laying flat. So sometimes they don't put them on there square. We make sure it's square. So. Alright. There we have it. Now what I do one extra step. I put this back in my heating pad for about 20 minutes, 10-15 minutes, starting from scratch, and let that adhesive stick really good. So, there's that. Okay, so we got it all on, and if you look at it, the glass should not be sticking out anywhere. And that's pretty good all the way around. I turned it on. Let's see here. Now that's good. Let's go go to there you go. Looks like everything's working. Wi-Fi works great. Alrighty. So there you have it, folks. We have a brand new digitizer replaced, and nice and pretty, all four corners, nice and neat. So there we have it. So if you have any questions or if you need some parts, please give me a call at 339-4784, 339-4784. We also do game console repair, PlayStation, Xbox, tablet, notebooks, cell phone repair. We sell cell phones, you name it. We're basically a all-around electronics store. So Bits and Bytes at 1022 North Minnesota. We will be moving at the end of the year. We're closing up. We're going to be moving into a new area, like I said, at 1401 West 12th Street, across the street from Bob's Cafe. So if you have any questions, Facebook me and I'll answer it. You have a blessed day, and thank you for watching this video.